Executive Director of EAT-ART and one of the founders of the mondospider project. And we're here today to unveil the resurrection of the mondospider, now called Zero Emissions, mondospider Zero Emissions. I had every intention when we first built the mondospider to make it a zero emissions vehicle, but it's very expensive to do, and the cheapest way to do it is actually with a gasoline engine, which doesn't really line up very well at all with our theme of energy awareness through art. So this has been a long time coming. The original inspiration was the Vancouver Junkyard Awards. We built a walking machine for that competition back in 2005, I believe. And this is sort of a continuation of that. In fact, the same team that worked on that walking machine have become flourishing artists here in the city of Vancouver as kinetic sculptors. And we build tons of projects together, and this is sort of our flagship product, our flagship art piece. There's about 6 core artists in the team, and we have maybe 30 volunteers who help beyond the original design and fabrication. So the Zero Emissions mondospider uses lithium iron phosphate batteries, which are a type of lithium ion battery, which I feel represents the future of sustainable transportation, because they enable electric vehicles to be longer lasting, faster, and have a longer range. So this technology is really, in many ways, this vehicle is really behaving like a technology demonstrator in an artistic format that shows off the state of the art, so to speak. But what it does do, again, is it demonstrates the technology. So it is kind of exciting for us as engineers to see this technology being applied in a sort of futuristic, audacious sort of way, while at the same time it does represent the technology that would go into electric cars.
My name is Jonathan Tippett, and I'm one of the designers of the mondospider. I'm one of the 4 engineers who designed it. Well, my primary task in the design of the spider was the legs. We had the linkage geometry determined thanks to Joe Clan. He has a patented leg linkage geometry that we found from his site and used with his permission. And it was my task to actually design the structures in such a way that they would be the right scale and would have enough structural integrity to carry a 1,600-pound machine and also look sexy. It's interesting when you look at the spider because you can actually spot some subtle stylistic differences in the design philosophy of the various people. For example, the legs are all constructed with round tubes, and they have these really stylized water-cut plates covering them to give them a more of a sort of an organic arachnoid theme. And the frame is made mostly out of square tubing, which is a much more sort of robust and pragmatic way to build a structure. And that was thanks to Lee, whose primary concern was with actually getting the thing done on time. So I was afforded the ability to indulge in some more elegant stylings on the leg by the hard work of the rest of the team. Well, the leg structure is very conventional triangle-based box girder kind of construction. It's a space frame that uses triangles to create strength with a minimum amount of material. And I find that oftentimes if you just adhere to very pure engineering principles, you end up with something that's beautiful just because of the elegance of design that is inherent.
Yeah, most of them are engineers.
Ladies and gentlemen, the unveiling will be in 15 minutes. Make sure you get yourself a drink at the bar.
emissions. Thank you all for coming. Jonathan Tippett's driving here. I'm Lee Christie. Anyone you see wearing a white lab coat has contributed to this project mechanically and in design. Our contributors beyond that, who often don't like to be called out in public, are also here tonight. Rob Cunningham, Dillard Brinson. We're also sponsored in part by Burning Man. And also UBC has recently been a very generous organization as well for our trip to New York City. This has been a long time in the making. This is a completely 100% electric vehicle. It does not pollute while it's walking. It has, as we say, a zero carbon footprint. That's not entirely true, of course. We're raising energy awareness through art, and that's what's bringing everyone together in the community here today. Thank you all for coming.